And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent match. And Grant, we've got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Jackson gets the bucket.
I just love the way Jaren finishes inside with either hand. The defense can't really take everything away.
Kicks it to George. Fires the three. Hits a three-pointer.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And here's Memphis now. Morant with it. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Here's Jackson. Morris on the wing, defended by Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard passes to George. It's good, and the assist that time from Leonard. George has got 6 points.
Just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
From deep, Morant. It's rebounded by Morris. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Pass to Zubats. To the middle. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And here's Morant. Up top, Brooks. On the wing, Bain. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Morris.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And the dunk by Leonard.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. He can get separation almost any time he wants.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. From deep, Morant. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Now here's George. He has 6. Pass to Leonard. Fires top of the key. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league. Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
George with a steal. From deep. It's rebounded by Memphis.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Pass to Zubats. Kicks it to George. Leonard outside. George against Morant. Shot clock at 5. Morris for 3. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. .111 left now in the first quarter. George finds Jackson. Shoots over Morant. Second chance shot. Here's Zubats. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon. Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot three.
No good on the free throw.
There's a terrific intensity to Dillon Brooks' game. He doesn't hold back and exploits any weaknesses he can. Dillon Brooks has had one heck of a start to his career. He's a solid rotational player.
And he misses all three. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard outside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies. Timeout call. Memphis. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Morant with it. Jackson on him. The three ball. And again, Memphis no good. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Jackson on the wing. Here's George. Doesn't go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Morant. It's stolen by Leonard. And it's Morris penetrating. Leonard finds some space. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Kawhi is a threat from anywhere. To him, the mid-range is a good scoring option.
And Morant gets it to go.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead, up by 3. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
On the court for the Grizzlies, Bane and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Brooks against Leonard. Outside for Morant. Drives to the hoop. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. You think about it, through the years, Arnold Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships. And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
To the left wing. Jackson for 3. Bane, the pass to Brooks. 3-pointer. Bane, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Morris finds Jackson. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
Right now is their passing game, and it's been on point. Doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
You love to see that kind of elevation from your point guard. Ja Morant's a reliable finisher.
You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
2 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Outside Bain. The 3 is up. Offensive rebound. Adams. Outside Bain. Puts up a 3. Tries again. Here's Adams. Tries yet again. Nice move. Kicks it out to Jackson. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Morant's got 6 in the quarter.
What a night for Ja Morant. Showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Jackson, pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. Now Morris. Zubac inside. Adams is there. Here's George. And it's Bain with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Outside for Brooks. To the inside. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Adams has got his first basket.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Morant against Jackson. Pass to George. A shot to stop the drought. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Jackson against Morant. Outside Bain. Back to Morant. There's the triple. It's rebounded by George. The Clippers have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Pass to Morris. And here's Zubac. Adams covering. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
You see his length, the explosion, making sure of that one.
Now Morant. 13 points in the game. Brooks outside. It's stolen by Leonard. Jackson, the pass to Leonard. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. The 3 from Bain. And another miss by Memphis. Leonard with the ball. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a...
The Grizzlies, 17.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. We got Amir Coffey. Terrence Mann is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Nicholas Batum, and it's Wall in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. On the wing, Jones. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Out to Covington. Outside Wall. Pass to Mann. Now Covington. Just 5 on the clock. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. That's on Brandon Clark.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
A 3-and-D wing. Covington's skill set is perfect for how players and teams play the game today.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. And here are the Clippers now. Leading by 5. Drills it from deep.
Beautiful dime from Covington. He doesn't hesitate to share the ball.
Jones in the post. Wall covering. Conchar can't hit.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And the Grizzlies shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Here's Clark. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Brandon Clark is one of the most efficient players in the league. He's been in the top 5 in true shooting a couple of times.
And so he makes both from the line. And Smitty, the analytics will show you that Brandon Clark is one of the best at protecting the ball.
Yeah, Brandon's been in the top 5 in that category as well. He doesn't put up huge scoring numbers, but when Clark is on the floor, he has a major impact.
Outside Wall.
Foul Memphis. Daniel Williams. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Wall against Jones. 6 to shoot. Covington, a screen on Jones. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Coffee. The Clippers rebound. Second chance effort. Covington passes to Batum. Back to Covington.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Wall. Pass to Coffee. They shoot again. And he takes it up and lays it in. And the Clippers lead by 8.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Nick Batum.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Tyler Jones.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Pass to Coffee. Williams grabs the board.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates. Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Here's Coffee. Clark covers. Pass to Batum. Lays it up and banks it in.
Showing the versatility. Nicholas Batum attacking in the lane and challenging that defense.
Here's Williams. Here's Conchar. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Batum finds Wall. Outside Covington. Pass to Coffee. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Coffee's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Outside, Green. For 3. Batum pulls it in. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Wall on the wing man. Back to Wall. Here's Coffee. And stolen by Williams. On the wing, Jones. Knocks it loose. Clark with it. Outside, Green. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
What an effort from Wall on the play, refusing to let the foul stop him from taking the shot.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Moran off the drive. Ball stolen. Moran against Wall. Covington no good. For Memphis, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Brooks, the pass to Moran. And there's the rejection.
A sneaky presence at the defensive end. Nicholas Batum was all over that shot.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Oh, hammer it home!
Woo-hoo, that hurt. As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Jackson, pass to Morris. Now here's George. Morris outside. Clock at 6. Pass to George. Back to Leonard. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Clippers lead by 11.
What strength from the seasoned veteran. Leonard loves going at defenders and scoring on them.
Jackson can't get it to go. Well, Los Angeles shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. The 3, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
Looking at his percentages over the years, Kawhi is an elite three-point shooter. I think Leonard deserves more credit for that.
All right, time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Taylor Jenkins had to say to his team. It wasn't feel-good pep talk. He wants them to show some fight in the closing moments. He told them, if you guys want to salvage any respect from this game, now's the time to do it. Show them we are better than this. Guys, take it away.
Thank you for that, Allie. George outside. This one for 3. And Morant clears the board. The Grizzlies have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Hey, no good.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Steps back. George passes to Morris. Stolen by Bain. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Adams finds Bain. Fires for 3. They get the rebound. Pass to Jackson. Outside Bain. Back to Jackson. Outside Bain. And here's Jackson. Outside Morant. Over Morris. Morant with the bucket. Morant's gotten 4 this quarter.
Defensively, you want to stop Morant's penetration. He knows that, and he settles for the mid-range pop.
George outside. Leonard passes to George. Jackson with it. Guarded by Morant. They get it back. Back to George. Here's the 3. And the Clippers miss again. Memphis has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Bain, the pass to Brooks. 3-pointer. No good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And here's Jackson. Pass to George. Morris finds some space. And they'll get another chance. Here's Leonard. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
One of the toughest covers in the league. Kawhi's jumper just keeps getting better.
And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Morant.
You look at Kawhi's work ethic on defense. He's perfected the art.
Three-pointer, Brooks. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 9 rebounds now. A minute 9 left to play in the fourth quarter. And Memphis shooting only 29% in this one. Not great.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Clippers.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Kawhi Leonard.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Bane finds Morant. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Stronger than his frame might suggest. That's a big-time and one by Ja.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
George passes to Leonard. Morris outside. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the 3 slot.
Now, Paul George, so dangerous from beyond the arc. You better get a hand up and contest. What a career arc when you consider Reggie Jackson. Here is a guy that literally was so frustrated at one point he considered retiring. And yet he puts in the effort and has a tremendous season.
And it's Leonard missing. Leonard against Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Doris, looking at Reggie Jackson, he's coming off one of his best seasons ever.
Yeah, and you love that for a guy like him, not giving up, not letting the struggle impact his passion, giving the same effort he did as a rookie. I love his story, Kevin.
Now, here is Russell. And that one, good.
Well, that's the ball handling skills of D'Angelo Russell on display. How crafty at finding ways to score.
Here's Morris. They get it back. Zubac's the pass to Leonard. No good with the triple. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, Russell. The dish to Towns. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Oh, that's a strong finish. And Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now here's Jackson. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And George, here we go. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Leonard kicks to Morris. Off the run, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, Marcus Morris is a guy who is unafraid of a little contact. That's a nice play right there.
Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
You know what time it is. Okay, everyone, that was your Clippers Spirit Dance Team. Let's hear it.
That free throw, no good.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip, can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
Now here's Leonard. It's George on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Russell dishes to McDaniels. Towns for 3. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers, trailing by 4. He kicks to Morris. Jackson passes to George. Jackson against Russell. Jackson misses.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Russell against Jackson. Russell passes to Edwards. The pass to Gobert. 5 on the clock. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Gobert. Towns has got 7 points.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Jackson kicks to George. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Pass to McDaniels. Now Russell. The Timberwolves working the ball around. Towns dishes to Gobert. Shoots from 8. Another shot, and the layup is up and in.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
Clippers trail by 8. George looking around. Back to Jackson. Out to Morris. They could use a bucket. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Now here's Gobert. Here's McDaniels. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, Reggie Jackson has got the willingness to convert on the interior. Nice touch right there.
Russell passes to Edwards. Out left to the wing. Here's McDaniels. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
On the court for Minnesota. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the 1. Now, here is Morris. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Gobert with the block.
Rudy Gobert, a consistent force on the defensive end, does a nice job sending that one back.
George finds Jackson. 5 to shoot. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from George. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Russell against Jackson. On the wing, Morris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morris has got 6.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
Outside, Towns. Gobert with a screen on Morris. Towns, the pass to Gobert. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
Jackson against Russell. Outside Jackson. George finds Jackson. And another 3 for the Clippers.
If Jackson finds a shot at the arc, look out. This guy has become very consistent from out there.
Leonard with the steal. One-on-one here. George passes to Jackson. That puts them in the lead. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. Feeds a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Timberwolves trail. Russell feeling it out a bit to the inside. Stolen by Zubac. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Zubac kicks to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Outside for Jackson. There's up a three. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside Jackson. Pass to George. Takes it out to Leonard. Lets the three fly. That ball. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. And the Timberwolves call timeout. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Shot to stop the run. Towns wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Towns has got 10 points in the game.
This is what your offense is designed to do. Get Karl Anthony Towns something in rhythm.
Leonard kicks to Jackson. George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
And finished off by McDaniel.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
But credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Russell dishes to Gobert. It's hauled in by Zubac. LA's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Leonard, that's for 2. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Passes it to Edwards. It's hauled in by George. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Lets it go from deep. That ball. Nice feed that time from Leonard. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, as a great scorer, you still have to be willing to balance it with finding your teammates. Kawhi Leonard puts the ball where it needs to be.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back.
29, the Timberwolves. 22.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who SuperLu's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Batum is out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in at the 3. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Following the three-point attempt by Austin Rivers. And here's Reed. Rivers with it. Back to Reed. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
And a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Rivers.
Well, nice defense right there by John Wall. He's got all the physical tools, length, strength, and quickness. Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Good, that one on target from Noel. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
And the Clippers have possession after the basket by Minnesota. Wall's shot is off.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Prince outside. Reed with it. Batum's there. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Rivers passes to Noel.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman Powell to get with his man and contest shots? That's good.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league, and he's just coming into his prime, so he fits the timeline of their star.
Timberwolves trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Rivers shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he sinks the second. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Rivers against Wall. Out to the wing. Man passes to Covington. A second chance effort. Good D by Anderson. For Minnesota, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Clippers leading by 7. Now here's Wall. Now the pass to Man. Anderson with the block. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. LA has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. In the corner, Powell with it. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Rivers passes to Noel.
2 minutes remaining.
Inside, here's Reed. And he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. 1:37 left in the third quarter of the game. That one falls.
You know, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
And the Clippers call time here. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. Los Angeles leading by 3. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Morris against Towns. Out to Morris. Back to Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Jackson's got 11 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
McDaniels passes to Towns. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Jackson drives in. Morris passes to Zubac. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The kick out to Towns. Pass to Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Towns for 3. Not going to go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. 105 Zubac. Outside, George. Morris outside. Clock at 6. Back to George. Zubac in the post.
What aggressive defense from the lengthy Rudy Gobert. This guy covers so much territory.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Los Angeles leading by 6. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels at the 3, the small forward.
Reggie Jackson, because he caught his rhythm, folks, he's just got his foot on the gas pedal. Defense better figure this out quick.
Russell kicks to Edwards. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris dishes to George. Morris outside. On the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Leonard. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Timberwolves call time.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him.
Okay, David, thanks.
I'll tell you, proving how dangerous he can be inside. D'Angelo Russell forcing the defense to make a commitment.
4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Jackson down low. He's guarded by Russell. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. Timberwolves trail by 6. Out to Edwards. He dishes it to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
If he's that close to the cup, Rudy Gobert knows how to finish.
Jackson passes to Leonard. It's George on the wing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury, playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Los Angeles leading by 6. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Morris looking over the floor. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 3 assists now in this one.
That's what we call playing big. Paul George imposing his will in the paint.
Now, here is Russell. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Jackson kicks to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to George. Morris outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Morris has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Well, this is why Mr. Morris is out there. The ability to drain the shot from long distance and spread the floor.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. Jackson against Russell. The feed to Gobert. And it goes down 2 points.
Now the painted area might as well be Rudy Gobert's domain. He uses every bit of that size and length to assert his dominance.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. Jackson dishes to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Leonard's got the lead back up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Now here's McDaniel. He's covered by Leonard. Stolen by George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. 1:07 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Morris. Leonard kicks to Morris. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 5. On the wing, Jackson. Here's Morris. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Towns with it. Leonard picks him up. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Gobert.
I'll tell you, so many different aspects to his offensive arsenal. Towns flashing solid handle ability.
Obviously upset to have to take a seat here, but at this point, I don't think it'll have an impact. The game's probably out of reach anyway.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in, and the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That stretches their lead to 8.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Poked away. Leonard with the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And Morris drops them both.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
Here's Edwards. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Down low. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Morris outside. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A confident win. And all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge.
Look at tonight. This could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at small forward. Now here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. Back to Russell. The kick out to Edwards. There's the drop.
Oh, that was something else, man. Wow. Showing some power. Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down. What you say? I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Here's Prince. Brooks defending to the paint. Here's Gobert. And he can't get that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character. You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
Stolen by Russell. Here's Prince. Brooks defending. To the right side. Towns against Brooks. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. No good on the 3.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league. And then Morant with the dunk. One of the faster players in the league, end to end. I mean, few people can run with Morant.
Russell against Morant. Now here's Towns. Pure from three-point range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Jackson outside. Down low. Here's Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
And the second free throw is good. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Jackson for 3. Sinks the tray.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
And Russell, here we go. Pass to Prince.
2 minutes remaining.
Edwards against Bain. He takes it in. And Edwards slams it in.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
And then Morant with the dunk.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Pass to Adams. Morant against Russell. Here's Adams. Here's Brooks. Stolen by Russell. Here's Prince. Guarded by Bain. Bain against Russell. Outside Edwards. Back to Prince. Outside for Russell. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Edwards has got 7 points.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Here's Morant. No good there. Some solid defense from Russell. It's Edwards with a drive. Towns with the ball. He's picked up by Bain. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Towns against Jackson. Pass to Gobert. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Right side Morant. Jackson outside. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And here are the Grizzlies now, trailing by 2. And here's Bain. Takes the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
And Morant is a natural leader. Someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies leading by 1.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And
hey, how about big time right there? Big time.
Woo! Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Russell attacking. Pass to Gobert. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Tipped away. And here's Adams, defended by Gobert. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Morant. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Towns with the ball. He's picked up by Bane. Towns passes to Gobert. Here's Prince. Back to Gobert. And that one good. Gobert's gotten 4 this quarter.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat. You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brooks. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Rudy Gobert picks one up. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team. I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks truly was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah. Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
Towns passes to Gobert. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
A defensive stalwart. Gobert knows this team expects him to be their anchor as well as rebound the rock.
Good on the second one. Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
That's a great question, B.A. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries. And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Moran against Russell. Now here's Brooks. He's closely guarded. There's Jackson with the 3. Brooks with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Here's Bane. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Edwards finds Towns. Stolen by Jackson. Edwards against Moran. On the wing, Bane. Back to Moran. Outside Bane. Oh, there's the alley. And another basket for Memphis.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the free ball.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. 34 seconds left in the second. Back to Russell. Pass to Gobert. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Gobert's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Now here's Adams, defended by Gobert. Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it. There's 14 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Russell. Fires the three. Here's Prince. And that's not going to go. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 5. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. I'm joined with Coach Taylor Jenkins. What's the focus as you look forward to the second half?
Allie, as always, thank you. We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the court for the Timberwolves, we've got Jaden McDaniels, Austin Rivers out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Anderson in at the 4 spot. And that one hits the back iron.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Outside, Anderson. Pass to McDaniels. Inside. Here's Reid. The shot misses. Good D by Clark. Memphis trailing here. Right side, Jones. Green for 3. Counted from distance. Green's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Rivers, defended by Jones.
John Carter, first personal foul, first team foul.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Noel. There's the 3. Here's Reid. He's off on the layup. Memphis has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Back to Rivers. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Pass to Reid. Oh, got a piece of it. Down low from 11 feet away. And that one's long. The Grizzlies have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Green finds Clark. This for the tie. And it's good on the layup. Clark's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
Outside, Anderson. Here's Noel. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And stolen by Clark. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Here's Williams for the lead. And Williams punches it home.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Clark left side. Pass to Conchar.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Oh, it's stolen. Here's Rivers. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
For Memphis, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Outside, Williams. Here's Green. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Rivers. Defended by Jones. Here's Reed. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul of the game. Memphis has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
Jones drives in. Williams against Anderson. The shot no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Jones from outside. Here's Clark. Banked it in off the glass. Clark's got 6 points.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Anderson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Brandon Clark. The free throw drops for Anderson. And Anderson drops them both.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Memphis has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Moran against Russell. There's Jackson with the 3. Stolen by Russell. Out on his own on the break. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Free throw is good from Russell.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up. Tasty room service down right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Moran in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. The 3 from Bain. Russell with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Over to the left wing. Here's Prince. On target from range.
You know, when he was coming out of college, this is exactly what scouts thought Prince would be. A strong 3-and-D wing who plays with a lot of effort.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off from giving the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. From the top of the key, and they get it back. Towns finds Edwards. Back to Towns. Fires from deep. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Moran from the arc. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Gobert passes to Russell. Now here's Towns. Pass to Edwards. Launches a 3. The shot won't fall. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Moran. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Aggressive defense from Towns there, staying all over the shot and getting a clean block.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Russell to pass to Towns. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And we also can't ignore how relentless they've been on defense, flustering the opponent and generating a lot of steals.
To the wing, right side. Here's Prince. Off target from outside. Memphis has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. The 3 from Bain. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Edwards against Bain. Pass to Prince. Towns for 3. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Towns has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, my goodness. The 7-footer launching from way beyond the arc. How do you contest that? I don't think you can.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And stolen by Morant.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Bain. Pass to Towns. The 3. Here's Gobert. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the 2nd effort.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
It's stolen away. Towns against Jackson. The 3 from Russell. And it's Bain with the rebound.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Outside for Morant. Launches it. Rebound Minnesota.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Timberwolves.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish. And the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Now Brooks. Outside for Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Nails it from 3.
He plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Russell finds Towns. Back to Russell. Back to Towns. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that about wraps it.
Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the one. Now here's Jackson. Out to Morris. The shot by George, wide open. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Leonard with the steal. George with the ball. Now defended by Bain. And George is good for three.
Just deadly from outside. PG getting some space. Does not hesitate there.
Morant surveying the D. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Brett, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. If they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. From deep three-point range. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Grizzlies. Morant kicks to Jackson. This one for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Pass to Adams. Out to Brooks. Fires the three. The Grizzlies with another miss. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Leonard finds George. Out to Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard the pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Morris. Back to George. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback.
Work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. And Morant throws it down.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam.
Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. Morris outside. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets it go with a three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The efficiency of Kawhi Leonard's three-point shooting is pretty exceptional. I mean, he's going to start taking those all night long if he's open.
Now here's Morant. points for him. Bain passes to Brooks. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:49 left in the first quarter.
Great work from Reggie. The coaching staff really loves it when he hustles like that on defense.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Morris. Leonard on the wing. Fires the three. And another three for the Clippers.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
And Morant gets it to go.
Have to respect Morant's activity on the offensive glass. Has an outstanding feel for when to go and attack the board.
Morant with the steal. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
LA ball.
Here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Morris outside. Outside, George. Off target with his three.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Leonard with no one around. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 3 assists now in this one. Morant kicks to Brooks. Payne for 3. And another miss by Memphis. Leonard the pass to Jackson. Back to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Clippers. And it was from 3-point.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams at the 5. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And that one's good, Morant.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Now here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. Leonard kicks to Morris. Back to Leonard. Shoots over Morant. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Outside Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic. Some will say Trae Young. And some might even say Ja Morant.
Jackson passes to Morris. He's off on that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And Adams kicks to Morant. Out to Brooks. Over Jackson. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. And it's Morant missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Morris dishes to Jackson. Right side Leonard. Outside for George. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day great falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now, and let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go. Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Grizzlies shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
Sure. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Dylan Brooks. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And when you look at Paul George, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And in that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
And George kicks to Leonard. Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. There's the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Morant with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. And now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
And that's just a great job of staying ready by Morant. He didn't need to dominate the ball to score there.
Here's Leonard. Bank shot. No good. And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. To the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. Morris passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Bain inside the 3-point line. Excellent D there from George. Clippers leading by 4. Leonard kicks to Zubac. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. From deep, it's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Takes it out to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Wants to get it to Morant and does. Ball's knocked loose. There's the pass to Brooks. Goes back. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now
20. The Clippers, 22.
we've got second half action for you. And if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. Powell finds Covington. Here's Mann. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Wall. It's Clark with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
There's Williams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line
No good on the free throw.
Zion Williams, 2 shots.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. LA has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And stolen by Williams. Green, the pass to Williams. And Williams throws it down.
Rising and punching it on the young fellow. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Here's Wall, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Brandon Clark.
So crafty on the drive. When Wall is in attack mode, he really puts a ton of pressure on the D.
And so Wall nails both of them. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And here's Jones. On the wing, Green for the lead. Hands it from downtown.
When you're trying to space the floor, Green's the guy you want out there. The defense is forced to respect him from range.
And Wall kicks to Covington. From outside the arc. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Now here's Williams. Dishes it to Green. Back to Williams. He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Zion Williams, taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Williams. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Wall looking it over. Takes it out to Covington. That 3 off the mark. The Grizzlies shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Conchar, the pass to Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Passes it to Powell. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Green. Nobody near Williams. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Pass to Powell. Here's Mann. Back to Powell. Ball with it, working on Jones, and he gets it to go. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Now here's Jones, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Powell against Williams. From deep, Green. Rebounded by Covington. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Pass to Powell. Here's Mann. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jones against Wall. To the left side wing. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Clippers ball.
Los Angeles has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
It's Covington on the wing. Back to Powell. Right wing. 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And no good that time. Great D that time from Bain. Pulls up from the corner. The shot that time not on target. And the Clippers will come the other way. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The kick out to Wall. And the Clippers miss again. Memphis trailing here.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And you like to see this with Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Outside Covington. Launches a three. Drains the three-pointer. Covington's got 6.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 3. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. The Grizzlies trail by 3. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks, and at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Jackson against Brooks. Morris looking over the floor. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Morris. 6 to shoot. Jackson finds Morris. Latre. John Morant grabs the rebound. Morant's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Clippers leading by 3. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Bain. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Morant against Jackson. Back to Leonard for the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Consistent shooter from all 3 levels. Why Leonard the first option they typically look for, and for very good reason.
Here's Adams. And a wide open look for Bain. No good on the triple.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Jackson kicks to Adams. Stolen by Zubac. Morris, left side. The pass to Zubac. Back to George. Leonard against Bain. Outside Jackson. Passes it to George. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brooks with no one around. The Grizzlies with another miss. Los Angeles leading by 6. Morris passes to George. Back to Morris. Morant against Leonard. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting very healthy, 6 for 9.
And coach applauding the night Kawhi Leonard is having. He's totally in the zone.
Over to the left wing. From the elbow, Morant finds Jackson. Out to Morant. No one near him. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. 1:57 left in the game. Morris against Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Inside, here's Leonard. Hits the layup in for the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles. From deep three-point range, Bain inside the three-point line. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Stolen away. Nice shot. He opened up the alley-oop attempt there. And the foul calling for Ryan Leonard. That's his first foul. Memphis has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Bain. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
I'm not sure how he finds himself with so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And here's Morris for three. Oh, we got half on the three-pointer. Head to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. When they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
George with the ball. Now defended by Bain. The offensive rebound. Pass to Jackson. From deep. And the Clippers miss again.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fly.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
And going back to college, Morant's made a habit of rising to the occasion.
From deep three-point range, the rebound by Steven Adams. Deflects the pass. It's George on the wing. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Smitty, sure to be lots of snappy ball movement in this one. These teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, B.A. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other. When Jackson is attacking, going downhill, good things happen.
And Grant, a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Now here's Russell. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Jackson against Russell. George passes to Jackson. Tries it from the block. And George with the basket on the assist by Jackson.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson, staying patient.
Pass to Towns. And he comes up with a bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Morris. George outside. Clock at 6. Here's Zubats. Out to Leonard from behind the arc. Knocks down the long J.
Once a weakness, Leonard's three-point shot is now a strength, a sharp weapon in his arsenal.
Russell against Jackson. Pass to Towns. Now Edwards. From downtown, that one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Jackson outside. Leonard outside. Kicks it to George. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. George has got 5.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Gobert finds Towns. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. George against Edwards. George passes to Morris. Pass to Jackson. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Oh, I just love seeing players find the trailer on the break.
Unselfish play. Could have easily laid that one up.
Russell got a hand on it. Here's Gobert. Goes up again. Shoots over Zubac. Gobert. That's good.
The long reach of Rudy Gobert really comes in handy when he's patrolling the offensive glass.
Jackson attacking.
Minnesota foul. Torian Memphis. First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:41 left to play in the first quarter. Leonard for 3. The offensive rebound. Zubac finds Morris. George, right side. Another shot. Shot blocked. Outside Russell. Pass to Prince. Now here's Gobert. Oh, sweet move. And it's powered home by Towns.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball. Coming off his 3rd All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
Here's Prince. And here's Edwards outside. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
George passes to Morris. Pass to George. Russell against Leonard. Kicks it to George. 5 on the clock. To end the run. Goes back up. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Minnesota in the lead. Towns with the ball. And it's Towns with the power finish.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
It's good. Here's Edwards. Russell from outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball.
And it's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and their focus.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Now here's Morris. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Edwards against Morris. Towns for 3. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
Jackson against Russell. Towns up top. Outside Edwards. Pass to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards against Jackson. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
The Clippers trail. Out to Leonard. The 3 is up. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Edwards. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Edwards has got 8. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, VA. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
George passes to Morris. Out to Leonard. 4-3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Leonard's got his second basket.
The 3-point numbers for Kawhi Leonard, they show this man is elite from deep.
To the paint. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Jackson with it. Russell covering. Back to Jackson. It's stolen. Outside Edwards. Offensive rebound. Pass to Russell.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Now here's Gobert. Guarded by Morris. Clock at 4. They grabbed their own miss. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
The kick out to Edwards. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one. Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's George on the wing, guarded by Edwards, and they pick up 2. George has got 7.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard outside. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Edwards finds Russell. Out to the right wing. Here's Prince. George defending. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
Rudy Gobert not content to just take the foul, use his size to follow through for the bucket.
Second team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert. At the line for one. Timeout for the Clippers. It's time for T-shirts. All right, Timberwolves fans, here comes the First Avenue Breakers. Another round of applause for the First Avenue Breakers.
And that one falls for Gobert.
A seasoned vet, Rudy Gobert, a double-double machine.
26 seconds left in the second quarter. Lets the three fly. Morris can't hit. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Prince. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard on the wing. He has 6. Pass to Morris. And stolen by Edwards. And so it's Minnesota closing out the score.
21. Bang! Let's do it for the Jabberwockies!
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Nicholas Batum out there with Robert Covington. And it's Man in at the 3 spot. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Threading the needle right there. Rivers does a good job of executing with the pass.
Here's Powell. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Norman Powell is a veteran in this league. He plays to his strengths and rarely tries to force things.
McDaniels up top. The shot off that time, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. Powell finds Wall. Right side, Covington. On the money from 12 feet away.
Beautiful shot from Robert Covington. He knows when to take the mid-range jumper.
And Minnesota calls time here. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Up top, Anderson. Covered by Covington. Pass to Rivers. Reed, a screen on Wall. Here's Rivers.
Clippers foul. James Mann. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's Reed. Shoots from 12. That one off the back iron and out. Right side Wall. Pass to Powell. Back to Man. Covington against Anderson. Here's Powell. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Have to appreciate Powell's consistency of effort. He never takes a play off.
At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. And here's Anderson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And it's McDaniels off the drive. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now here's Covington. Pass to man. 5 to shoot. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. 3-on-3. Reed with it. Guarded by Batum. Outside McDaniels. Here's Noel. Let's go with a 3. And Wall pulls it down. Driving to the basket. And he banks in the layup. Wall's got his first 2 points.
Still possesses impressive quickness. When Wall charges inside, he's tough to stop from scoring.
Anderson with a screen on Powell.
Clippers foul. Robert Covington. First personal foul. Third team foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter.
Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State. Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
Now here's Wall, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And for Mann, proving he belongs, earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
NBA, I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes.
Minnesota in the lead. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Here's Covington. The shot that time not on target. Nice D from Anderson. Pass to Noel. Shoots over Powell. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Fourth team foul.
The first free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Minneapolis. That one's good from Powell. On the assist from Covington. Powell's got 5 now.
We know Norman Powell is a physical player, showing his upper body strength and finishing through contact.
Here's McDaniels, and he dunks it down.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And the big finish by Wall.
An athletic display by Wall, letting the defense know he can own the rim.
Outside, Anderson. Pass to Noel. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Anderson. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Right side Wall. Powell outside. Pass to Covington. Up to Powell. Back to Covington. Outside Wall. This for the tie. Misses the layup. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Timberwolves ahead. Up 2. And we're coming right back. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Into the lane.
Well, one thing we learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And both free throws good for Edwards. The Clippers trail. Jackson outside. George outside. The kick out to Morris. Sends it home from three-point land. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Leonard finds Morris, and yep, it's good. Morris has got 5 points now this quarter.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
And Minnesota calls time here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He told his team, quote, "We can do this. This is why we put in the work. This is the moment the work pays off." He's coaching them up for a victory.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And for Minnesota, they're shooting a nice 50% for the game. Russell, pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Pass to Russell. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And this is what point guards like Russell are responsible for, setting the table for his guys.
The kick out to Morris. Lets it go from deep. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Russell with the ball. He's picked up by Zubac. And Gobert with the stuff.
Tremendous intensity from Gobert. He sees an opening and leaps up for a slam.
Leonard outside. Back to George. And George with the jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Russell finds Gobert. Back to Russell. Outside Edwards. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That'll be a second foul of the game. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Prince. And so the ball out of bounds. Morris touched it last. Towns against Morris. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Jackson, the pass to George. Here's Zubac. Jackson outside. It's George on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. The kick out to Morris. Clock is at 3. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
Here's Russell. 1:56 left in the fourth. The kick out to Edwards. The three-pointer off the mark.
Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision, especially when you still have a chance to win this.
Zubac finds George. Leonard outside. Kicks it to George. Pass to Morris. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
1:24 left in the game. Left side, Edwards. And it's rejected. Now Leonard. Morris outside. Pass to George. And here's Leonard, covered by Towns. Shot by Leonard, no good.
This opportunity wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Money. All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. George outside. Pass to Morris. 6 to shoot. From deep. George's shot is off.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Back to Jackson. George outside. Pass to Jackson. Kicks it to George. Leonard for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Here's Edwards. Gets the bucket. Now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
You've got to appreciate the consistency.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Both these teams have talented front courts.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams at the 5 down low. And Towns gets it to go.
And that's why Cat went first overall. This dude is 6'11" with perimeter skills, a sweet shot, and unstoppable.
Oh, my goodness, man. And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Russell kicks to McDaniel. Good on the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Morant finds Jackson. No good from outside.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry. And it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. It really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
And here we go. Fast break and Morant's got it. And a wide-open look for Bain. And the 3 off target. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 or 3 minutes to start out the game. And the pass to Gobert. The kick out to Towns. Pass to Russell. Back to Towns. Clock at 4. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Morant. Offensive rebound for 3. A nice shot by McDaniel. McDaniel's got 6.
How about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Down low, here's Adams. Hangs in the air. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort for Minnesota. They've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And finished off by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Jackson down low. Towns on him. Morant with a wide open look. The Grizzlies with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 7. Russell passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Jackson against Towns. Outside, Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And that time, also a missed shot. And since coming into the league, Desmond Bain, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Morant. And then jammed down as he goes right over Anthony Edwards.
Showing off that verve. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The drive by Russell. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Brooks finds Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Morant's got 7.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
Here's Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Russell. Grizzlies with the rebound.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Now, here's Morant for 3. Here's Jackson. Off target at the rim.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. I'll look at the field goal percentage. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Trailing here by 8. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter. Oh my goodness, the slam!
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Out to Edwards. A steal. Jackson has the open look. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
On defense, Memphis. 6-point game. And finished off by Gobert.
And 1 step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window.
It's stolen by Adams. To the paint. Here's Jackson. Puts the move on. Misses from short range.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just took him off.
You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
McDaniels finds Edwards. Into the lane. And here's Gobert. And a missed layup. Brooks feeling it out a bit. In the corner, it's Payne. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Left side, Adams. Back to Payne. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
Well, if you pull players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He sets some of the hardest screens in the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large human.
Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
Pass to Towns. Over in the corner, Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Towns, the pass to Edwards. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. McDaniels with the ball. Now defended by Bain.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
The three from Morant. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Stolen by Jackson. Adams against Russell. Adams dishes to Brooks. And that one is hammered home.
You like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Russell passes to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Dishes it to Gobert. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Gobert's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Morant. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Russell. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Towns kicks to Russell. Back to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Here's Morant. It's hauled in by Edwards. Timberwolves leading by 9. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
And a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Down low, Edwards. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
And so it's Minnesota. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now let's catch up. All right, David, thank you. We'll be... With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what you're seeing from John Morant.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Clark. Williams is out there with Tyus Jones. And it's Conchar in at the shooting guard position. Anderson outside. Back to Prince. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it, but it was amazing.
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
Williams in the post, started by Prince. Here's Conchar. A shot missing. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Noel passes to Prince, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. The Grizzlies also making a change. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Adams. Minnesota leading by 15. Russell looking around. Has to go Bear. Second chance shot. The kick out to Town. Well, it was only a matter of time that they finally get the button. And that's now 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. Morant with it. Working on McDaniels. No good from Clark.
And now one away from being in the building.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
How about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Morant against Russell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. 14 foul. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Russell kicks to Towns. 4 on the clock. Second shot opportunity.
This team leans on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defense. It can be a difference maker.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. The Grizzlies making a change here. Adams checked in. The Grizzlies trail by 20.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Babe passes to Morant. Adams trying to free himself up. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Brooks checked in for the Grizzlies. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Here's Morant. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. You can't be happy with that soft interior D.
John Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
And it's Morant missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance and warm.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Russell against Morant. It's Russell with the drive. The kick out to Towns. Timberwolves passing it around. High post drive. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Towns. Edwards got 8 points. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go.
Oh, yes. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. For 3, Edwards. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Payton for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the pass to Edwards. On the wing. That's good on the jump shot. 10 points for Anthony Edwards.
It's so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Morant kicks to Jackson. And it's off from 3-point range. The Timberwolves, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
At the line for
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
The previous play is
Sometimes
under
make
review.
it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the amount.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands. It was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run here. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. So he gets them both. There's Morant. 13 points in the game. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2. Morant's got 4 this quarter.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Edwards fires from way outside. And so it's Minnesota with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Edwards passes to Gobert. Here's McDaniels. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Grizzlies trail by 21, and the foul called on Edwards. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pass to Bain. And there's a a nice one-handed slam.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Russell kicks to Towns. The dive for the ball. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. On defense, the Grizzlies trailing by 19. Here's Edwards.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
Here's Russell. Lock at 6. Inside, Morant with the steal. Outside Jackson. Here's the 3. Jackson the tray. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Gobert down low. He's against Clark, and the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
And it's Morant missing.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly from outside off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside for Jackson from past the arc. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 18. McDaniels dishes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And the way Towns makes scoring look effortless, it's what makes him one of the game's best players.
Here's Morant. Jackson from long range. Here's Brooks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Towns. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Shooting from Memphis, Dylan Brooks. At the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Brooks. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Russell passes to McDaniels. Left side, Towns. Second chance effort. Out to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Morant outside. Jackson with the bounce pass. Here's Bain. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Russell against Morant. Russell kicks to McDaniel. It's Edwards on the wing. Shot clock at 6. McDaniels passes to Russell. On deep. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Morant for 3. Doesn't go that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Towns in the corner. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Rudy Gobert.
He limited the opposing offense's impact as well with some superb defense, finding lots of chances to knock away shots.
Morant, that's for 2. Jackson kicks to Bain. Misses the 3. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. Free throw good, Russell. That one is no good. It's tipped. Outside Jackson. There's the triple. And it's Russell with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes to Clark. It's stolen by Gobert. Right side Towns. 3-pointer. And the rejection by Jackson. And here's Morant. With the drive, takes it off the glass.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost, because that's how he makes his living.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.